Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jesse here out in my shop on this rainy, windy day, just catching up on all kinds of projects and stuff. And I just wanted to shoot this quick video to kind of tell you some crazy stories about what happened over the past week to 10 days out fishing. I've been out basically 9 out of the past 10 days chartering. Met a lot of great people. We caught a lot of good fish. And I had a couple things happen. First thing being on the way back from the boat ramp last week one afternoon late. Evidently I left my T-top box open, or it came open on its own, I don't know. And this particular GoPro and hat was up there, and it managed to rattle its way out and fall out of the boat. I lost it, basically. When I got home, I realized it was gone. Put a little post on Facebook saying, hey, if you see a hat somewhere on 64, it's mine, just hit me up. I knew it was probably destroyed, run over 100 times, whatever. Crazy thing is, about 2 days later, I get an email from a random person saying, hey, I think I found your GoPro with his cell number. So I immediately called him, of course. His name's Daniel. He's like, yeah, man, I was driving to work. Evidently, he drives from Chesapeake down to Elizabeth City and works at the air station. He said, I saw what looked like a GoPro and I had on the side of the road. So he turned around and went back, picked it up. Sure enough, it was still intact. As you see, I mean, it's really not damaged at all. It's got a little ding on the corner. And he said he went home that afternoon, pulled the card. I had 2 whole videos filmed on it, which I was kind of bummed when I realized it was gone. Not only did I lose the GoPro, but all that footage. And he saw my typical intro, hey, Jesse here with Southern Reels Fishing. Found my YouTube channel, emailed me, and I got my GoPro back. And we actually met him and exchanged it. I give him some cash, of course, and on top of that, I'm offering him a free, half-day charter for him and 2 of his guests as a big thank you, just for, one, being honest and taking the time to turn around and go get it and to call me up and return it. That's amazing. It gave me a really good feeling to know that somebody would be like that, because, if the wrong person would have got it, I never would have seen it again. So anyway, thank you, brother. That was amazing and incredibly lucky, to be honest with you. And I also just want to say I am still using GoPro 4 Blacks, what I've used since I started this whole channel years ago. And I like these Sennheiser mics that they made for them, the action mic. I actually bought all the stock of these that were left when they went on sale. And I actually got 5 of these GoPro Blacks that I rotate in between. All of them still work. I have yet to find a mic setup that is as easy as this, compact, waterproof, and completely eliminates wind noise, no matter how windy it is. It's amazing. Still, it's sad to this day that nobody has topped this as far as audio quality, and it's good enough for YouTube, honestly, as far as the video quality. But anyway, just wanted to add that. Another thing that happened that I was kind of bummed about was I was out on a full day charter with some friends, and they asked me to fish along with them. So I was like, cool. So I got my big jigger pole that I had built years ago that kind of started this whole long fishing pole thing. I caught a big sheep's head, 26-inch sheep's head, got it in the boat, was stoked about it, had it laying up into my front casting deck, and was holding the pole in my hand. All of a sudden that thing went crazy and fell down where my legs were, and so I jumped up on the seat to get away from it. Still had the pole in my hand and didn't have enough line out, and it high tipped it and broke my custom pole that I had made all those years ago. Man, I was kind of disappointed. This was a little bit heartbreaking, to be honest. It was way overbuilt also, to be honest. I fished very well with it because I was used to the bite, and I loved it because you could pretty much pull on them as hard as you want to. You didn't have to worry about it breaking. But, you can high tip any pole and it's going to break right off. So that was a big loss this week. It caught so many fish through the years, but hey, it is what it is. And on top of that, about 2 days later, I got caught in some of those afternoon thunderstorms that were coming through. Me and my client, we stayed out there as long as we could to make sure they got some fish, which they did. And we were coming back in, and the winds picked up, and it got gnarly in the bay very quickly. We made it in safe, even though we got drowned. And at the ramp when I was unloading, I'm counting poles, and I realized that that brand new Okuma salmon steelhead pole that I had highlighted in a recent video and a brand new quantum reel were missing. Somehow or another, it came out of the rod holder on the back of my seat during all that craziness, and I lost it. So I lost 2 setups this week. So yeah, it was kind of a real rough week as far as gear, even though I did get really lucky to get this hat back, and I'm very thankful for that. And I'm thankful the Okuma that I lost, it is a relatively inexpensive rod. It's only 90 bucks. Versus this one here, which was like 300, and of course the reel that I lost. So I've already got replacements coming for those. wanted to mention that I also found some really nice Lamiglas options. They have one that's a 10'6" pole that's very heavy rated, because I tend to like them heavy for sheep's head. And it's a very nice pole. It's actually a little bit more expensive. I think they retail for like $119. It's definitely a little bit better built than the Okuma. And even though the Okuma has a heavier line and lure rating, the Lamiglas is actually stiffer and more durable in my opinion. So if you want a nice upgrade from that Okuma that I have on my other videos, if you want to spend a little bit more, the Lamiglas is a great option. I'll put the model number in the description. Now I do have a link on my website to it. I actually had to take that down because Amazon is shipping the wrong one. I ordered a replacement for this when it broke, and I didn't get the same model of Lamiglas that I got before. It was a much lighter version, so I'm having to send that one back. Anyway, other than that, it's been a great time out on the water. The winds were very forgiving finally. I have my Old Town Sportsman back here that was, given to me by Stroud and Son Marine. I'm getting ready to start rigging on that, so I'm going to be doing some videos on it. I have some parts that I've ordered to start setting that up, so when I get the opportunity, I can get out and actually do some fishing in it. I'm definitely very stoked to get out and try it, especially at the Bay Bridge. Like I said, I've never had a pedal drive out there, prop drive, I guess you would call it. I'm curious to see the difference, especially after being in Hobies for the past 6 years, so I'm excited to try that out. Like I said, I do have some other videos already filmed. I have 3 actually that I'm going to be putting out over the next week and a half, as well as I can edit them and get them out. So things have been busy. That's very good. A little bit tired, but that's expected. I'm not complaining. I'm stoked to be out doing fishing like this every day and meeting all these great people, and I appreciate all of y'all watching and supporting. Once again, check out my website, southernreels.com, if you're interested in chartering, or if you're interested in some of my recommended gear that you can purchase right through the links. It gives me a little kickback. And that's pretty much it for this video, so I'm going to get back to all my stuff. Peace out. Y'all have a good one.